Hello, my name is Maggie from Yoga with Maggie, and today we will be doing a Science of Stretching class for the full body. So today we will hold our long passive holds, and we will work on flexibility, mobility, as well as breath work. The idea behind Science of Stretching is breathing to relax our bodies, to stimulate that parasympathetic nervous system so your muscles relax. Muscles stretch best when they're relaxed. So we'll work on 4 to 8 breathing. So you inhale through the nose for the count of 4 and exhale through the mouth for the count of 8. Okay. So today we have a little bit more props. As you can see, I have a chair. I also have some blocks and some pillows. So we will be modifying as much as you need to. The holds we'll be holding the stretches for anywhere between 2 to 5 minutes. So it's pretty long. So you want to be comfortable. You don't want to be hurting. You don't want to be pushing too much. You really want to be relaxed. So in order to progress, you need to be relaxed. So come and meet me on the mat in a comfortable cross-legged position, and we will start. Oh, I also have a timer. So I have a timer so we can time our holds. Okay. So find yourself in a seated position. Relax. Cross your legs in front of you if that's available to you. Place your hands on your knees, palms facing up, and we'll start with balancing breaths. So we came in from the outside. Our life was hectic. And now we're here and we're trying to relax and balance our nervous system. So, the way balancing breaths work, it's inhale through the nose for the count of 4, exhale through the nose for the count of 4. So, let's start with balancing breaths. So, inhale through your nose for the count of 4. So 1, 2, 3, 4, and exhale 4, 3, 2, 1. Let's go again. Inhale and a deep exhale. And again, inhale and exhale. One more time, inhale. One more time, exhale. Very nice. And now we'll start it's called whiskey breaths, so relaxing breaths. These are good type of breath work to do before bed because it really relaxes you, it gets you ready for rest and digestion. Okay, so inhale through the nose for the count of 4. Inhale 1, 2, 3, 4. Exhale through the mouth, constricting your throat slightly for 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. So when you constrict your throat, you can have that exhale last longer. So it's kind of like fogging up a mirror. It's like, okay, so inhale through the nose, exhale through the mouth. Very nice. One more. Inhale and exhale. Very nice. Okay, so that's the kind of breathing you want to try and do while you're holding your long stretches. Okay, some of the stretches will be holding up to 5 minutes. So I will count the breaths the last minute of the hold. And that's called concentration meditation. So we'll inhale and exhale and we'll count down. Usually I'll start from 5, go down to 4, and that should be the end of the minute. So this kind of takes your mind off of what you're doing and just concentrating on the breath. And it's a meditation of sorts also. So it's good all around. Okay, so let's try and do that. But right now, we'll stand up and we'll work on some warming up the body before we stretch. So put your hands on the mat and then come up to a standing position. And we'll start with what's called moon squats. So kind of place your feet about maybe hip distance apart. Turn your feet out a little bit. And then we'll so make two fists, cross your fists in front of you. We'll squat and then we'll lift our hands up, spread your fingers out, and we'll stand up. We'll do 5 and we'll do 3 rounds of 5, okay? And you'll inhale on the way up and then exhale on the way down, okay? So let's start. We'll inhale 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. And now let's relax in this squat. As it doesn't matter how low you are, just as long as your heels are on the ground, okay? So if you have to be higher, that's not a big deal. Let's roll from side to side, kind of lift up your one foot, lift up the other one. This kind of warms up the hips a little bit. And now let's go again. So make those fists and then inhale 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. And now let's go back into that squat. Hands to prayer at your chest. Rock from side to side. And then we'll go again. Make those fists. Inhale 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. And go back to the squat. Very nice. And now you can stand up. And now lift your hands up, interlace your fingers actually, and then face your palms out and lift them up to the ceiling. Maybe go a little bit behind your head. Really stretch your shoulders out. And now let's go to the right. Really pull that left hand to the right. Now let's come back to the middle and then go to your left. Stretch out the right side of your body. Now go to the front and really arch your back. Round your back, create that space in your back. Very nice. And now interlace your fingers behind you like so and lift up your hands away from your body so you're really stretching the front of your body. Okay, very nice. And now take your wrists, your hands, and bring them around to the right side of your waist. Take your right ear and reach it for the right shoulder. And then stretch your neck here. Very nice. Now go back to the middle behind your back. Lift up your hands away from your body. And then reach over to the left side of your waist. Take your left ear and reach it towards your left shoulder. Stretch the side of your neck. Very nice. Okay. Release, shake it out. And now let's go down into our first pose, which is going to be the ragdoll. So inhale your arms out to the side and above your head and lower into your forward fold. Of course, you can bend your knees. And this is the ragdoll. So we'll be here for 2 minutes. And so in ragdoll, place your feet on the ground. Now here you can use the blocks or you can use the chair to lean on. You can be like this, or all the way down. You can lean on your chair or you can grab opposite elbows. Your big toes should be touching. Heels could be spread apart and just hang like this. If you need to rock from side to side, really release your head. In these classes, one part of your body is a wet noodle. We're here, it's your upper body is the wet noodle. Your head, just let it hang. Let the gravity take your head. And the lower body here is the strong part. So really let gravity work towards your advantage. And we're in the last minute now. So let's inhale through the nose. Exhale through the mouth.
5, 4. As you exhale, try and go deeper into your stretch. So go lower if you can. Lift up your hips higher. 3, 2, 1. And release. And let's go into a down dog. Very nice. Walk the dog a little bit. Really stretch out here. Go into plank. And then go into upward dog, keeping your toes tucked. This should feel really good on your abdomen, your whole core. Okay, now go back to down dog. And now take your, come forward. Your one foot come closer to your right hand. Your right foot comes closer to your right hand. Left foot comes closer to your left hand. And now we'll go into a passive squat. Okay, so you're in a yogi squat, but it's a little bit different than a yogi squat because you're going to release your arms in front of you. Now, here's one option. You can be on a chair and just kind of release like so. You can sit on a block and release like so. You can sit on 2 blocks, whatever works for you. You can sit on a pillow, but this is where we'll be for 5 minutes. So just kind of release like this. And the passive squat works on your hips. So this is a great pose for your hips. Um, the reason our hips are so tight is because we don't do enough squats in our daily lives. So this is a great, great pose. And in a squat, your heels should be on the ground. So if you need to put something under your heels to keep them push on something, you can put a blanket under your heels. You can roll up your mat to keep under your heels. You can put one of your blocks under your heels. Your heels should be on something. They shouldn't be just in the air. Okay, so now release your hands, your palms facing up, just so you're not pulling on anything. Your upper body is a wet noodle here, so you can even release your head. Your lower body is what's working, what's being stretched. So here you've got hip flexion, a little bit hip external rotation. So all problems like with back problems and flexibility of the hamstrings, they all stem from the hips. The hips are controlled by up to 22 muscles, and the hamstrings, the glutes, the quads are one of those muscles. The adductors, the abductors, they're all part of the hip mobility. So it all starts with the hip. If you can't forward fold, if you can't pick something off the ground, the problem is usually with the hips, with lack of mobility in the hips. So we really want to work on mobility in the hips, and the way you do that is by doing a lot of squats. Okay, so now focus on your breath so you can relax and tell your body not to stress, not to constrict, just relax. You're fine, everything is okay, and just let your muscles relax and just breathe. And the longer you exhale, the more relaxed you will become. So really concentrate on that exhale and constricting your throat, kind of as if you were whispering. That helps you make that exhale longer. Okay, so let's work on that. So let's work on our breathing now. I'm going to release my head, release my hands, and really relax here. All right, we have 1 minute left. If you want to relieve some of your props, if you were sitting on a chair and you want to try be on the ground, this is the time to do it. And I'll start counting our breaths. So inhale and exhale. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Release. All right, now let's go into a down dog and really walk the dog. And now come closer and take your right hand and reach for your left thigh, left calf, or left ankle and look under your left armpit, kind of like thread the needle, but in a down dog. This is a twisted dog. Take a breath here, really stretch those shoulders, those upper back. And now let's switch. Take your left hand and reach for the right thigh, calf, or ankle and really twist here. Very nice. And now we'll go into what's called the short dog, and we'll be here for 5 minutes also. So in the short dog, you can also be by a chair. So you can be like this, okay? You want to make a rectangle. Your hands and your feet are kind of in the same line, okay? You can also take your blocks like so. You can keep them on the highest height. Okay, that could be a short dog and then lower, or you could be on the ground. Okay, and this works the hamstrings. We're working the hamstrings here. So here also, if you have any pain behind your knees or any sharp pain in any of your joints, you need to release. And here, if your lower back hurts, bend your knees a little bit, okay? You don't want to feel anything behind your knees or at your sits bones. You just want to feel a good stretch in the belly of your hamstring. This kind of feels good being on blocks because I can straighten my legs and be comfortable, not be hurting. And I feel like I'm getting a good stretch on the back of my legs here. So now I'll just be working on my breath, really concentrating on my breath. This is going to be a longer hold, so make sure you're not hurting because it's going to get more intense as time goes on. Release your head here. Let your head just hang and let your upper body just let the gravity take you. We're down to 1 minute, so if you need to intensify or release, this is the time to do it. Inhale, exhale. 5, inhale, exhale. 4, 3, 2. All right, let's release. Okay, let's go into a little bit of a child pose and reboot here. Let's reset. Take a breath here. Now go into cobra. Oh, this should feel really good. And then we'll go into a seated position. So go into a seated, we'll go into like a cross-legged seated position, and we'll do a twist. So inhale your arms out to the side and above your head. And now return to the ground, reaching your left hand to your right knee. And then take that right hand behind you and twist and look over your shoulder to your right. Inhale here. And take another deep breath here. Very nice. And now reach up again and then twist to the left. Place your right hand on your left knee, left hand behind you, and look over your shoulders. Very nice. And then come back to the middle. Now we'll do a wide leg stretch. So extend your legs in front of you into a V. And then you can take both blocks on either side of you. And we'll be here for 3 minutes on each side. So you can take both blocks like so. You're going to reach up and then lower and release your hands, your palms up, so you can just relax like this. Your upper body is a wet noodle. Lower body is what's working. So you want to release as much of your muscle tension as you can. Let your head just hang and let gravity just bring you closer. And just let your body relax. Just gentle relax. And as you exhale, try and go deeper, okay, into the stretch. You can move your blocks up and down, however you're feeling. Let your body tell you where you need to be. You don't want to push anything, you don't want to pull anything, you don't want to stress your body. You just want some muscle stretching, but no tendons. Tendons, if you feel something pulling behind your knees, those are tendons. We're not stretching tendons, we're stretching muscle. So you should only feel some strain in your muscles. And focus on your breath. Continue breathing. In through the nose, out through the mouth. In through the nose, out through the mouth. Now we're down to 1 minute. If you want to go deeper, this is the time to do it. We'll start counting the breaths together. So inhale. and exhale. Inhale and exhale. Inhale Inhale. Last one, inhale and exhale. Very nice. Shake it out. Now we'll go to the other side. All right. So inhale and release. So enjoy this nice relaxing stretch here. Working one leg at a time. You can sometimes see a difference in your sides. That's why doing asymmetrical poses really helps figure out your imbalances. That way you can give that side a little bit more love during your home practice. As you exhale, maybe you can go deeper. As time goes by, maybe you can go deeper into that stretch. We're down to 1 minute. So if you want to release a little bit or go deeper, this is the time to do it. Let's inhale together and exhale. 5, 4, exhale. 3, 2, and 1. Very nice. Let's shake it out a bit. And now we'll do what's called the reverse tabletop. So extend your legs in front of you. Place your feet about hip distance apart, hands behind your back, fingers either facing your feet or away from your feet. And then lift up your hips and we'll do 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and then hold, 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 hold. And release. Very nice. Now extend your feet in front of you and we'll do a seated forward fold. And now here, You can bend your knees, so it'll be like this. You can bend your knees. You can put blocks right here. You can put a block where you put it on, put your head down and release whatever works for you, and we're in it. So here again, if you're feeling any pain behind your knees, any pain in the lower back, bend your knees, okay? And then flex your feet a little bit too, and this kind of protects your knees as well. Try and keep your spine, your lower spine neutral if you can, and then release, okay? So your spine will be curved a little bit, but just make sure you don't have any pain in your lower back. So bending your knees helps. And if you want to put your head on a block, that also helps relax you. There's no strain then. So find your happy spot here. And focus on your breath and just relax. Just don't think about anything. Just focus on your breath. Listen to your breath, how it's going in and coming out. Make sure you don't have any sharp pain anywhere. If you continue with these types of workouts, you will actually change the shape of your muscle. You will lengthen your muscle, and this will last for a long time for you. So you'll be happy that you are doing this, because being flexible is really beneficial later in life as well as now. It makes you more active because you're more willing to do things. It makes you more mobile. It makes you less likely to fall and break a limb or break a hip. It makes you more limber. It makes you have less pain in your back. A lot of lower back pain stems from lack of flexibility, lack of mobility in the hips. So it's all good for you. It makes you a better runner, a better biker, a better walker. Everything is better if you're more flexible. You're just creating more room in your body. So let's do more breathing. And this is like a active meditation also, which is good for your mind. All right, we're down to the last minute. So if you need to adjust and intensify the stretch or release, this is the time to do it. So let's count our breaths. Let's breathe together. Inhale and exhale. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Very good. That was a tough one. So now let's do a little bit of a heart opening. So let's go back into that reverse tabletop just to kind of reset. Very nice. And then let's clasp your hands behind you and pull away from your body. Stretch out the front of your body. And now we'll go into what's called blaster pose. So go on your knees. Here we're working on the hips, okay? So place your pillow for under your left knee, and you'll reach forward with your right foot to the right corner of your mat, okay? And then we'll really sink into this. And now here is where you can use the chair. You can lean on the chair like so, or you can use your blocks. And we're going to be on one side, each side for 3 minutes, okay? So you can use your blocks like so on whatever height you need. So this knee needs to be at least 90 degrees or 90 degrees. So keep the knee safe. And here, sink into this hip flexor. This is the quad. So we're stretching the quad here. We're working on hip extension here. And this is, we have hip flexion here. And if you want to extend that knee out to the right a little bit and go a little bit on the outer edge of your foot, then you'll have a little bit of hip external rotation, okay? So wherever you are, however low you can go, it depends on your body. So wherever you are today, that's where you go, that's where you stay. And then release into that wet noodle with your head, with your arms, and just enjoy this nice stretch on your hip. This is a great pose because it works your hip flexion, hip external rotation, and then your hip extension. So it's a very nice pose. And if you can go deeper with time, with each exhale, go for it. We're down to the last minute. If you want to remove some of your props, go for it. Let's inhale together. 5. Exhale. 4. 3. 2. 1. Release. Okay. Now, take 2 more pillows, maybe, or take 1 more pillow if you have one, and stay in this blaster, but then walk over your foot all the way to the left. So your right foot should walk over all the way to the left, and then release your right knee, release your left knee, and we're in pigeon here. and we'll be here for 3 minutes, okay? So in pigeon, also, you can take your chair and lean on your chair. You can also, if this doesn't work, you can also do pigeon sitting up and just place your right foot over your left thigh and just stay here and maybe just be like this, okay? So, but I will go back into this. The pillows really help. And now you can be on your chair, on your blocks, wherever is comfortable for you. Just release into this pose and focus on the breath. And here you have hip extension, you have hip external rotation on the right, you have hip flexion. So this is a really great pose for your hips. The closer your heel is to your right heel to your left hip, the more accessible it is. The more parallel it is to the short end of the mat, the more intense it gets, okay? And if you're feeling any pain in your knees, try and flex your foot. That protects your knee. And really push down that left hip so it's squared. We're down to the last minute here. So let's breathe together. So inhale and exhale. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. All right, we can release. And now come back up and take that left leg and see if you can, let me see if you can bring it to the front and stack the shins on top of another. So your right leg is bent and take the left leg and place it on top of the right leg. Now, if that's not available, extend the right leg and place the left leg on top of the right leg, okay? So this is called the double pigeon. So let's do it. So double pigeon, we'll do 3 minutes on each side. So I'll face this way and let's start. And here, if you can stay like this. Wherever you are, you can reach on, lean on the chair. You can be like this. As long as you feel a stretch, then you're doing a great job, okay? Then you can go lower. You can be on the highest blocks. You can be here. Or you can be on the ground, like so. Here we've got external rotations on both hips. I'm feeling it more in my left one since my left leg is on top. It's a little more rotated.
After we're done with this side, then we'll switch legs. So we'll bring the right leg on top, left leg on the bottom. Make sure you don't have any pain in your knees. Try flexing your feet if you do. If not, if that doesn't help, then release it. You don't want any sharp pain in any joints, and you definitely don't want any pain in your lower back. All right, let's breathe together. We have about 45 seconds left. So inhale and exhale. Inhale and exhale. Inhale and exhale. One more inhale. One more exhale.
All right, beautiful. Now let's switch legs. So left leg on the bottom, right leg on top. And let's go back.
Now I'm feeling a nice stretch on my right side. I hope you are too, wherever you are. If you don't feel it, go deeper. And if it's too much, release a little bit. This feels very good if you're a runner, and by a cyclist, a walker, hiker, a if you do strength training. This really stretches out those muscles. We're down to the last minute, so let's breathe together. So inhale and exhale. 5, inhale, exhale. 4, inhale, 3, 2,
1. Very nice. Okay, shake it out. Do like a 90-90. So 90 degrees and 90 degrees. Windshield wiper your legs. This should feel really good. Now we'll go back to the blaster and the pigeon blaster on the left side and pigeon on the right side, okay? So let's do pillow under the right knee now and step forward with your left foot to the left corner of the mat and then release that right hip. You can lean on the chair like so or on blocks. Okay. And we're back in this one again. Then we have the then we have the pigeon. So if you want to go on the outer edge of this left foot and like let your knee kind of wing out to the left, you'll feel a little bit more here in the glute. And then if you want to go down on those blocks on your forearms, that's a good one. As long as you feel a stretch, you just want to feel a stretch anywhere from 5 to 7 out of 10 intensity, not more. All right, we're down to the last minute, so let's breathe together. So inhale and exhale. 5, inhale, exhale. 4, inhale, exhale. 3, inhale, and exhale. All right, let's release. And now go into the pigeon on the left side. So if seated pigeon was better for you with your leg extended, that's fine. Do that. Otherwise, stack your pillows if you'd like. That's what I like. Take that, reach the left foot forward and then walk it over to the right side. Release your left knee, release your right knee, and then go into this pigeon. And we're here for 3 minutes. So you can lean on the chair, you can be upright, whatever works for you. You can be on blocks, you can put a block under your head. As long as you're comfortable, that's all that matters.
really square off your hips so that right hip is on the floor, facing the floor or pressing into the floor.
The more parallel your shin is to the front of the mat, the more intense it is. The closer it is to your pelvis, the more accessible this pose is. Okay.
If you want to go deeper with every exhale, we're almost down to the minute. So if you want to release, if it's too intense, or if you want to go deeper, now's the time to do it. So we'll breathe together now since it's 1 minute left. Inhale and a deep exhale. 5, inhale. 4, inhale. 3, exhale. 2, 1, release. Okay, beautiful. Remove your pillows and let's do some windshield wipers. You should feel good. And now we'll do the final pose, which will be a block bridge. Okay, so we'll put a block under your back the long way. Okay, and it'll go either like this way or this way or this way. This way is my favorite. This is the higher it is, the more intense it will be. Okay, so go sit on your mat and then lower down onto your back. And then place that block underneath your back, whatever works for you. And then you can either leave your knees bent like so, or extend your legs and let them go straight. Here you're really stretching out these hip flexors. You're stretching out your back. We'll be here for 3 minutes. And this is our final pose, then we'll go into our Shavasana. So relax in this pose. This is a nice wet noodle pose. This is a nice counter pose to all of our forward folds and even the pigeons, the double pigeon. Feels really good on my back here.
So you're stretching your spine. Your spine is also covered in muscle, so you're stretching these muscles. And this is a spinal extension, but in a very relaxed way, in a wet noodle type of way. We're down to the last minute, so let's breathe together. Inhale and exhale. Inhale, 5, and exhale. 4, inhale, exhale. 3, 2, 1. All right, let's release. And then, if you want, you can go into Shavasana and what's called the fish. This is one of my favorites, but if not, you can just lay on your back any way you want. And these two blocks, this block will be for your head, and this block goes between your shoulder blades. And then you can relax and you can go into a butterfly pose here, so you get a little bit more stretch. And it looks like this. And some people like it, some don't. I love it. So whatever works for you, you can just take everything off and just extend your legs and just relax. But this feels good on my shoulders. It opens up my chest, opens up my back, and then still stretches out my adductors. So let's relax here. Just relax your eyebrows, relax your jaw, relax your shoulders, relax your belly, relax your hips, and just relax. Breathe normally now. And if you want to stretch your arms above your head, clasp your hands, and face your palms away from you, and really reach up and stretch out, and then extend your legs and really stretch your legs out. Anyway, if you want to go from side to side, whatever way you need to stretch, hug your knees into, you'd have to remove the blocks in order to hug your knees. Hug your knees to your chest, roll from side to side, massaging that lumbar spine. And then roll to one side. Push yourself up away from the ground and go into a seated position. Now, if you have more time, you can, of course, stay in the Shavasana. But if you want to come out with me, then come to a seated position. We'll do some final balancing breaths. So in through the nose and out through the nose for the count of 4. So let's do inhale. 1, 2, 3, 4. Exhale. 4, 3, 2, 1. Inhale, 1, 2, 3, 4. Exhale, 4, 3, 2, 1. One more time. Inhale, exhale, and again, inhale and exhale. And last time, inhale and exhale. And if you want, place your right hand on your chest, your left hand on your belly, and repeat after me if you'd like. May this practice heal and strengthen my body and my mind. May this practice heal and strengthen my body and my mind. And lift your arms out to the side above your head, hands in prayer. Lower them to your heart. And thank you so much for joining me. I hope you enjoyed this nice stretching practice. I hope you join me again. I hope you practice every day so you can work on your flexibility and mobility. And I thank you so much for joining me and much love. Have a great week. Thank you.